Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In the last part we managed to get our city up and running and things are going pretty well. We're starting to put in some buildings. We met our first real objective, which is to have a heating plant here. We got some staff in there, so hopefully we won't get a population crash during the winter. And our population is pretty good. We got a population of 592, got 276 workers, 259 children and 56 who are, we could say, in education. The other thing I've finished since the end of the last video is we've now got our technical university running. We've got another sports area here, and we're currently working on getting our independent gravel production up and running, because that's the next thing we really need to focus on, and that is getting some kind of income, because this 541,000 rubles isn't going to last forever. So this is why we got this being built. Looks like it's coming up. It still needs a bit of steel. The other thing we also finished is the distribution office. Now, distribution offices are probably one of the most useful mechanics that have been introduced to the game. It was actually introduced not in the seasons update, but the one before. And what that does is allow you to control the levels of various buildings here. And what I've found with distribution offices is that it pays to dedicate them in a specific role, like say delivering from the customs house to buildings, which is what this one is, maybe exporting, and there's another role where you can use it to push resources across the map. And what have we got here? This is, you're actually a road vehicle there. What are you doing there? What I do want to do now is move this cement truck here. So what we're going to do is just going to assign some collections here. I'm going to assign you and you. And what we're going to do is, in the customs house, you're just going to load and unload this concrete plant. What will happen is once that truck goes there, what have you got? You've got bitumen, so what we're going to do is assign you to there as well, and then we're going to assign there. Let's that increase that percentage to 50%. And what should happen now is that once these, let's speed up a bit, once these get into here and park up, what you'll see is we can load fuel and bitumen into here. And what will happen is that when the level of bitumen in here gets to 50%, that will then go out and fuel. And what we can do now is we do exactly the same with this. What we're going to do is, I can go on a new stock on my own belt. And what we're going to do is add a new connection there, and we'll set you at 50% as well. Although what we'll do with this truck is we'll just let this truck empty, so we need to keep an eye on him, and then once that truck empties we'll do it. And the next thing we're going to do is work on this area here. So, okay, we're going to add you. This is probably one of the better areas too. Yeah. So unload there. And what we're going to do is send. Now, one of the problems you can get is with these cover hauls is if you. So what we're going to do is just allow him to unload the bricks. I'm going to pause. And then we're going to send you there as well. So we're just going to let you go down to there. Yeah, when you assign a vehicle to here, unless it's a specific vehicle that you're going to use, just try and make sure that it doesn't have the necessary items in there. What we should do now is we get you in here, and what we're going to do is steel, bricks and boards, and you're going to unload steel, bricks and boards there, and probably keep that at, when you set this percentage, you've got to be a little bit careful in the sense that when it delivers here, it needs to have enough space to actually be able to do that. I think that's all I want to do just for the moment. And the gravel, we're not really keeping up with the gravel anyway. So I think that will work. I just want to keep an eye on this. He's got 2.85 tons of fuel. I think one tanker should be enough. What I really want to do at the moment is just let this catch up. This is steel and boards. See why there. got built that there. I think what I want to do is get this clothes factory in. So what we're going to do is just put that a little bit there. We're going to need workers to do this. It's not really big enough for vehicles. Now the next thing I want to look at is building a farm over here. I did consider up over here, but I got a feeling the farm may crowd in on this area here. And what I want to do is build a town here. Now, one of the things about farms, and which I've been reading on the forums, and I haven't really been able to confirm it that well, and it says that now the farms only sow in the spring and reap in the summer, so you only get one harvest per year. Now if that is true, it's certainly going to make farming a lot more difficult, and what I'm going to need to do is just try and tidy this area up a bit. I think we're going to have to get rid of this road, because the other thing we're going to have to make sure is we can get the power cables out, and I think we'll get rid of that little bit of rail as well. I mean, we will get back, but the problem with getting the farm in, because what I want to get here is a farm, some food production, and probably more importantly, what I want to do is get some biofuel in here. The problem's going to be is, let me just take a look at this factory. Where's factory? I don't know. We could get that in, but the trouble is this isn't exactly flat, and my other big concern is that it may not be flat enough for put the fields in. I think what we're going to do is that comes out there. Actually, I shouldn't have taken that down. Let me just see what the road situation is. If I put a road through there. The rail comes out there, it's not going to get much tighter than that. Let's just put that through there, just to spike that up. Right, it's still building. What's up this? Is you need boards. Right, I built that quick anyway. And how are we doing over here? This is building up. Yeah, so. Now the real problem is going to be is the various factory links. I think what we'll do is we'll just give it a go just to see if it's going to work. And what I want is some storage here. I've got a rough idea of what I want to put in. Small oil storage. If we get that in type, then what I'm going to do is factory. What is it? Biofuel. Get the stretch that out a little bit like that. That implies that that didn't connect, did it? Building in the way. Okay, just remove that. This is the problem, because that is a change of heights. Let's just give it another go. It's actually saying that that is good, but as soon as I put that in, it disappears. Let's see if we can. So it's misleading me here. Let's get in really as close as we can. It's the change in height that's causing the problem. So that's not going to work. We're going to have to start leveling, whether I like it or not. I'm just going to come here. I'm just going to put the wireframe on. So just take this out here. Take this out. Trim this back. What we're going to have to do is just come out here, because I don't really want to do this while the game is actually running. And I think if we come out to about there, get some levels. If we come to about there. No, I don't really want to go wholesale flat leveling this way. So if I come to about there, you up to about that height there. And bring you out like that. Let's take this out. Have to probably come out like this a bit. Just do a little bit, and then what we'll do is we'll go back and check the city, just make sure everything is working okay. We are moving towards winter. So I'm just going to fill this little bit in here. I really didn't want to have to do this, but it looks like I'm going to have to. We'll just get this in here. And just fill that in there like that. Oops, like that. Just take you up. Right, let's just check the. Just cancel that. I think the fuel truck has done another run while I wasn't looking. Oh no, it's got 0.9 tons left. Actually, what I could do is send you to there. How we doing here? Things are going okay. Let's just get rid of the wireframe. Right, this is built. This is built. We need an excavator. We've got 2 excavators there. I don't really want to use those, so what we're going to do is buy an excavator. And we're going to assign you there. And we're going to need a dumper. I think we could probably steal one from the production line here. We need to get this. What's the percentage performance here? 37%. It's not brilliant. And of course, what we're going to need is a bus as well. We're going to have to send workers out here as well. So we're going to have to buy a little bus. Here, that's a pretty cheap one. So, and I think we're. My instinct is to pick up from here. To there. All we can do is pick up workers and just assign you there. There's absolutely no point whatsoever. Okay. Right, send you to there. As the fuel level started to drop, yeah, 69 tons. How much fuel have you got in here? About 1 ton. Okay. Your job is to pick up from there. There. Actually clear everything. Go there. And you're going to pick up quarried stone there. And here comes the winter. I think what's just happened is my excavator went all the way over to there, ran out of fuel, and has come back again. What we should get is the snow plows out and running. How are we doing here? Everything is going quite well. I think my little cover haul is doing his job, keeping everything running. We've now completed this. We've got missing crops, yes. And what we want to do is assign you. So I need to get you built. And what we need now is money we got? We've got 496,000, and what I want is a pretty big cover haul. So I'll pick you up, and pick you up there, and your job is to go here. You're going to buy crops, and then you're going to unload there, and then you're going to load alcohol. You're going to come back here and unload alcohol. So what we're going to have is we're going to buy a load of crops, then we're going to come to the brewery, turn it into alcohol, and hopefully that will get us the beginnings of a little bit of an income. We're certainly not going to drink the alcohol ourselves. Wow. Building in winter is going to be fun. Let me just see. Yeah, wow. I must admit, I've never ever built in winter. Let's get rid of that bit right there. That's pretty level. Spodge that through. And we'll just spodge that up so they're out there. I can't remember where my levels are now. Just push you through to about there. And I think what we'll do is we'll have another go at the problem. I think I'm going to put the rail line back in again. It's going to come here. I'm just going to push it around like that. Just in case I need it. Just make sure my heating plant is working, everyone is nice and warm. Because if people don't stay warm, then we will have some serious trouble here. No workers here. Great. I think now the problem you do get now is the speed which people will do it. We've got a few workers there. So what we're going to have to do is just let this run for the moment. I certainly wouldn't mind that being built. I'm just going to add that to our list as well, because we might as well shift the processed quartz stone to the here. So the aggregate is okay. I'm just going to keep that running. Right, I'm just going to put the road back in again. This is the road I built, wasn't it? Here. I think we're just going to have to leave that little bit of road there for the moment. Oh no, wrong road. Wrong road. Sorry about that. I think what we're going to do is try and get this road down here as far as possible. And I think we'll build a road out like this. A little bit of road left in there. Okay, we'll just have another stab at putting this in. We start with the storage, but there's absolutely no point in doing this if I can't store the fuel. And if we get this absolutely square, like that, get that in as close as possible. Nope, it's not going to do it. Get about there, and we'll have another go at the biofuel. I think this has to be dead straight, so what we're going to do is just move that out a little bit further, I think. Right, what I've found is if I can do a little bit like that. I still can't do that. Okay. Just come the other way. I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to take that off. Delete that. Put that back. Construction. Biofuel. What we're going to do is push that. It's getting a little bit close to that road, but if I do that, and then do a little bit of pipeline there. Wow, finally managed to get it done. It took a very long time to do that. The trouble is now I've got a problem with a road here, so we're going to have to. That's not going to come over there. Managed to get that road in there. And just going to put that through there. So we finally got the biofuel setup. And just want to check the rest of the city, make sure everything is going okay. Let's check our. Where's my? No. What's the? What I'm going to do is put. I'll find you. You've got a tiny little bit of fuel, so what I'm going to do is send you back out. Ah! No, 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 no. You've got 5 tons. 61 tons, okay. Just want you to come out. Just want to make sure we pick up this guy. And once he's empty, we'll just keep an eye on him. Hey, pause. I'm gonna send you back here. Get rid of that. And I'm gonna assign you to there. So it's got a little bit lost in the process, but it's okay. Just want to see guy's site. Where are you? Okay. Where are you? Okay, you're here. So you've unloaded some grain. Let me just check the economy. Exports. We have exports. Yeah, we got 1,090. So we're starting to get the beginnings of an offset of our area here. Population's happy. We've got 47 births, 24 deaths. Let's make sure we've got education is going. So that's good. We're going to need to start thinking about this area here. I think the distribution office is working quite well here. It's keeping everything topped up, which is good. So we got that built there. I mean, I don't really want to take on too much building just at the moment. I'd rather finish that. And how's the conveyor here? You've got a crane there. You need some workers. There's missing mechanical components. Okay. But we're low on mechanical components. Let me just see. We probably fill up with stuff here. Where are you? I think what we're going to do is coverall by is it? Yeah, we got a coverall in here. We've only got an open hall, so I'm gonna get actually let's buy a coverall here. And then what we're going to do is find you to there and get you to pick up that, and then you're going to unload components there. And what we might have to do is just nudge those components up a smidge, and then the other truck can just carry on. You can stop buying components and you can just keep wandering backwards and actually, what am I doing? Close electronics. I think what we'll do is we'll set you to sell that and that at the border post. I'm just going to keep an eye on him. And I don't want you to buy anything. But basically, I just want you to empty out, and then we can put you in here as a reserve. Just want to keep an eye on that. We will get back to this building eventually. I just want to get this sorted out. Yeah, the snow's given a bit of a problem. Okay. Hey. Back. I think we need to build in a few roads here. But where can I build them? I don't want to disturb anything too much just at the moment. There's enough disruption with the snow, so I think that is go. So we'll assign that, and then temporarily put you. Oops. There to there. And that gets that up and running. Actually, I should really get this built. I forgot about that. We can get this cargo station operational. That means we don't have to send individual vehicles to here. All about that. Right, just one last check. Make sure everyone's in there. Yeah, this is going to be a problem with where are you going? Oh, this is the construction office. Certainly want this built. Get this finished. That would be really good. Because then it means we don't have to bring the gravel from here to here. Anyway, back to my other project over here. Let's just take that off. So we now got this bit of road here. What I'm going to do is angle this out a little bit. Now the next thing I need to get in here is a what we call it, storage. We've got it in here somewhere. I need a multi-grain silo in here. I'm just going to get that in first. This is modded because the default one only has an intranet 2 connections. So this is a brilliant for setting up fairly complex. I think if we angle that a little bit. Actually, no, I don't really need to angle it a bit. Just put that there. Now, factory-wise, I think the food factory here is a little bit too big. What's the road? Because what I want mainly out of here is biofuel. Actually, just so. Right, let's just get in the. I think we're going to go with the small food factory here. I mean, this actually produces 6 tons of food per workday, and 12 tons of crops. I mean, that's more than enough to feed a reasonably small city or town. I think if we can get that in, say about there. Actually, no, I want it. I can. I want to put a barn in. So what we're going to have to do is probably angle it a little bit like that. It's not. I can build this here. We'll just push that out there. I'm not worried about the road. Actually, I just had a thought about the road. What we're going to do is just come back here, and we're going to get a small bus stop in here. Maybe out a little bit. Maybe we'll angle it a little bit that way. We can get past the. I'm very aware that we're in pretty dodgy terrain here. So just come here. And what I wouldn't mind now is a storage again. I'm looking for is a small barn or warehouse. That's what I'm looking for. I'll do. So we need it that way round. And will that connect there? We'll put a small warehouse there. Make that there. And what I'd like to do is grab this road here. I'm happy with that. So let's just get this in. Get this gravelled for the winter. And the last thing I want in here is the farm. I'm just going to get this infrastructure in the way. Probably this is too far away. What we're going to have to do is, I don't want a one-way road, I want this one here. What we're going to have to do is put the farm in first. Yeah, agro farm. Why is it saying infrastructure in the way? What is in the way here? Can't see the bit of road that's I left there. A little bit of road just there. That's a bit better. So it was that bit of road, not the warehouse, that was causing the problem. So we're just gonna back there, and then we're gonna run this. Let's get this built across the front first. Is that nasty depression there? That's worked out. Okay. We've now got the farm there. And what I really want to do is get this farm built as quickly as possible. So we're going to add this to the build contracts, because we need to get this farm built and laid out before the sowing season starts. I'm not worried about the rest of the buildings, it's that I want built, because we don't need workers in here to get anything going. Right, we've now got this built for close. So strictly speaking now, have I got any spare cover halls? Yes, we've got a little spare cover hall here. And what we're going to do is pick you up here, and you up to there. Your job is going to be to buy fabric. And you're going to unload fabric there. And what you're going to do is unload clothes here. Now we will need to micro this to begin with, because for obvious reasons we will need to put clothes into there. But at the moment, until we build that, this can be self-contained, and what we can do is just keep buying in the clothes for the moment, because clothes consumption isn't particularly that great and we can afford it in our own way. But at the moment, what I'm more interested in is getting some income going. So how is our income now? So what at the moment is our imports at the moment. Our biggest one is mechanical components. Last month it was power. But we're okay. We come to exports, and we exported 2,188. So we're not doing vastly. Right. Do we have any workers in here yet? No. So it's not actually bringing any workers out here. We really need some more workers here. So at the moment, we're just going to have to let this pile up. I think we can just wait until unloaded now. No point wasting fuel until we get here. I'm very tempted to assign you to the university and that. And hopefully we'll get a pile of workers in here who will then contribute towards getting the gravel processing running. Make sure. Yep. So where are you now? Okay. Right. Is this built? Yep, I'm happy with that. We've got 2 excavators coming out. Wow. How are we doing here? Okay. We got a little bit of fabric going. Let's check our exports. Yeah, so a tiny amount of clothes up and running now. I mean, it's no way it's going to pay for 39,000. Question is, do I buy a paver and what we got to do is make some space in here. So if we send you to there and send you to what we should have now is we should be able to buy it. We have to buy a paver. An open hole. I think what we'll do is we'll take out the. I really need another construction, so what we're going to do is send you back to here. And then what we're going to do is put in by a roll up. And what it means is we'll be able to start filling in these gaps here. So what we're going to do is, I think we'll start. This is alcohol and food. I don't really need to make that connection just yet. Probably start by assigning this one. That will make life a little bit easier. And probably more importantly, this one as well. We'll just get that assigned. We got some workers in here now producing gravel. That's great. So, truthfully, now we don't need. So, the problem we're going to get now is this is going to fill up, so we're going to need to intercept these. Trucks here. Who are you? You're the gravel quarry one. Okay. Right, we need to send you back to there. I want you to just erase you from the line. That's the construction office. And I think what we need to do now is get this built. Assign you to, because then we can connect this up, so then we can get rid of the other gravel trucks. How are we doing over here? Just going to turn the wireframe off. We're already into February and we're not built this yet. So life is going to. I'm not going to try and commit anything else to the. What have you got here? Where you go? Well, you're going back to the. Right, you're going to the construction site. So we've got to get this built. I'm not even going to try and attempt to lay out fields with this snow, to be honest. What we will do is just put a little road around here like that. I think what we can. I assign that to the construction office. Now we are going to get a problem with heating in this area as well. And the other thing I need to think about is overhead cables. We're going to need to 18. Let me get these out. I get that there. It would be really embarrassing if I couldn't get the power out of here. Okay, let me just. We need a. We got that built there. Or a power transfer, or a high voltage switch, something like that. We'll have to have something like that. I'm going to have to put this out, say about here. I need a free excavator. Thank you, game. I'm going to have to look for somewhere where it's completely blue. Now I'm not going to build that. That is simply as a marker. So because we're going to need to get the high level power out here. Also, we're going to need power here as well. Get the farm up and running, but we can do that locally here. Let me just drop that in as well. I've forgotten all about the power. We're just going to put it in here. I mean, we don't need anything particularly great here because we can just drop you. Right, so we can, I don't think we're going to need that much in the way of power. Oh, great. Okay. I have to remove this. Actually, I am going to bite the bullet and we're just going to get rid of this rail track. I'm going to gamble that we won't need it. Famous last words. From here back, low volt, medium voltage. That. Be able to. Can't build due to infrastructure. What is the? Oh, it's probably the. So we're now moving. What is, oh, that's overhead cables, isn't it? Okay, we're going to have to put this in about here. Just, no. Cancel that. Just run you down to there. So we're going to have to build that as well. So let's assign you. And of course, what we're going to need now is electronics, which is something I haven't told the game to purchase just yet. So we're just going to have to just put that in there as well. So storage up here. Up to here. What I've got to do now is add, where is it? Electronics. We're going to have to unload the electronics. Electronics are expensive. I can't remember if I've actually electronic components at the moment. Have a little bit there. What we should do now is start to bring in the electronics components as well. How are we doing over here? Okay. I think what we can do is assign another truck to there. Load quarried stone, unload quarried stone. We'll just get 2 trucks running on this. We've got workers in here now, so things are looking pretty good. How are we doing? So we've got this bit here. What we need is a roller. There's the roller coming up. We're now connecting this up. What we're going to do is assign you to get this connected. I wouldn't mind. This isn't actually in use yet, so I think what we're going to do before we bring this into use, we're just going to make this into a gravel road. So how are we doing for imports for last month? So we never imported any gravel. We've got a bit of crops, got some coal, and exports last month. So we exported 3,500, not too shabby. And if we get these two built, well, then we can then switch the distribution hub to here. Make sure this is holding up. 36 tons. We got cement's holding up well. How's this? So we're building this at the moment, or kind of building it. It's actually stopped. Got no workforce. I really think we need another building in here. I think we'll just allocate you as well. So, and I think just to wind up, we've got a population of 832. We've got 358 workers, 233 babies, 232 children, and we got an average productivity of 98%. We've got 4 unemployed workers. So things are looking pretty good at the moment. We just need to watch this income. Oh, what have we got here? Messages. So we got a new little truck. Touch wood, so far we've had no fires. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.